Have you had any background or something?
With behavioral psychology?
Yeah, or something related to criminalistics also, because it's a crime show too.
Oh, I haven't had any background in crime, but
I hope so. Hello, Molly. How are you? I'm Romina from Malditos Nursing Phoebe here in Argentina. Thank you for talking with us.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Okay, we're going to talk about this new show that is coming to Latin America. I know you already had your whole journey from the one season, probably a second season, and probably, I don't know, maybe. But for us, it's the first time, so we want to know a little bit about your character here in the Irrational.
My character is named Phoebe Duncan. She's a grad student in behavioral psychology, and she's a very type A personality. She likes to always have the right answer and be a good student and do the right thing. And she's it's a lot of fun to play her in all these different situations where she's learning to analyze people's behavior and figure out what they want and how they get it.
Yeah, I understand. You have a particular role with Jesse's character, because he's quite a personality. It's quite the typical personality from the sort of detective character, but also with the psychology part and all the mysterious background. How does your character work with Jesse? Or what is your role?
So my character is his research assistant. He's the professor and she's the student. And Phoebe likes to help. Jesse's character is named Alec, and Phoebe, I think through working with Alec, she's learned a lot about who he is as a person, and she's able to help him see things that he might miss sometimes, or just be there as his right-hand man to help him figure out what's going on.
Yeah, I understand. You think both characters kind of help each other to grow in some ways?
I think so. And I think that Alec is her teacher, but he's also kind of almost like a parental figure too. I think he really looks out for her and he cares about her and can, there are a lot of really sweet moments that I love with Jesse throughout the season where he helps, Alec helps Phoebe to realize that she's human and fallible and that it's okay if she makes mistakes too.
Yeah, it's not everything about having great grades and an excellent student. You can be human, you can have flaws.
Yes.
I understand. What interested you in joining this project? What was the thing that you said, oh, okay, I want to do this show?
I've actually always loved behavioral psychology. And
okay.
It's funny because all of my favorite classes in college were my psychology courses. I'm just fascinated. And I think that's natural with actors too. Part of the reason you become an actor is because you're interested in human behavior. And a lot of what you study is how do people behave in certain situations and why? And I was so excited about this project because I was already very interested. I had read lots of psychology books and I would do that in my free time. And so this was a great fit for me. Yeah,
well, you kind of learn how to be someone else, and to be someone else, you need to understand what can be in that mind. Yeah.
How they behave, exactly.
Yeah, okay, very interesting. I had no idea you were so into that part, because I wanted to ask you some question about, have you had any background in psychological or criminalistics to do this show? Do you have some insights, just beside the part of knowing how to act, but the part since you're doing something that has like these things that are not particularly normal in the normal day of anyone, have you had any background or something?
With behavioral psychology?
Yeah, or something related to criminalistics also, because it's a crime show too.
Oh, I haven't had any background in crime, But
I hope so. No, I mean like a guidance, like you were like coach to do something or to learn some parts. Yeah.
No, my character really is just a student. So I didn't have any training in, she really is sort of sneaking around helping on the crime side. She's not trained. So that's kind of fun too, because there are moments where Phoebe goes kind of undercover to help solve the crime. And it's really fun to play her trying to sneak around and trying to jump into this world that she really doesn't know much about. But Alec has such an unorthodox way of going about his job that she's just sort of thrown into all of that with him.
Yeah, like you can go off the rules for saying something like that.
Yeah.
Was it challenging to transition to this kind of TV show, to this genre? You came from something very differently in your background.
It is different. I think I've done a lot of movies and TV, especially TV that has so many episodes. You have so much time to really explore the characters and explore their dynamics. And so that has been new for me. I've never had the opportunity to spend this much time getting to know a character. And usually for me, it had been you shoot a movie and you're there for a month or 2 months and then you leave that character. And so this has been a really interesting journey for me because I will be spending so much time with Phoebe and watching her grow as a person and grow up and learn. And it's really exciting. It's really fun.
You feel like you like more this part that you can grow with the character, or you like more the movies?
I love both. I love both. I think there is something so cool. Of course, I grew up watching movies and loving movies, and there's something really cool about sitting down in the movie theater and having that hour-and-a-half experience where you see the story beginning to end. And so, of course, there's a special place in my heart for that. But I love this too. It's so cool to see. There's just so much more going on. And yeah, there's I think the fan engagement is fun too.
Well, last question to finish this interview, because we are talking about something that is going to be premiere in Latin America. So what do you expect about the Latin American fans? Do you think they are going to like the show?
I hope so. I think so. Yeah, I think it's a great show, and it's really it applies across cultures, because it's just about human behavior and body language and what are we saying to each other that without our words, and even necessarily without our specific cultures, just kind of like the tics that are universal that everyone has. So I hope so. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're going to love it, because we love this genre here in Argentina, so we are going to love it in Latin America. Thank you so much, Molly. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you. Thank you all. Bye.
Bye.